Right, we're here with Alex Berry from Spirit FM, and Alex, you've decided to give up smoking.
That's right. Yeah.
How long have you smoked for?
Well, I think on and off since I was sort of 16 years of age, and I'm just over 30 now, so it's been quite a long, on and off quite a long time now.
Mm. And you've chosen hypnotherapy. Why, and did you read about it beforehand and find out a bit about it?
Well, I think in the past I've tried lots of different ways, smoking aids, whether it's tablets, vaping, even patches, gum, but never hypnotherapy. And it was something that I've always kind of known about, but there was an opportunity that come, and I thought I would take it. So
you've just done the treatment. This time yesterday, what were you feeling? Were you feeling a bit of fear or a bit of intrigue, or were you quite open to what was going to happen?
Well, I think one of the important things before obviously deciding to do it was that I spoke to Chris and felt comfortable with him.
He's a hypnotherapist.
Yeah, Chris is the hypnotherapist, and I felt comfortable sort of with him, sort of chatting things through. Made me feel at ease. So that was, it plays a big factor in sort of doing this sort of thing, because you do have to build a bit of trust in that person that is going to take you through that journey. So I was very much looking forward to it, but a little bit apprehensive naturally.
And did you get encouragement from family and friends and?
To be honest, I didn't really spoke a great deal about it with people.
No one who's tried hypnotherapy before?
Well, yeah, I mean, I've had a conversation with someone about it. You're always going to get mixed reviews, but I suppose until you actually experience it yourself, you're never really going to know. And yeah, I didn't want to make a big deal about it. I just, wanted to try it out. But I think one of the most important factors to consider is that if you're going to consider doing hypnotherapy, you really have to want to do it.
That's what I hear.
You really need to, have the feeling that you want to, kick your habit, whether it's smoking, alcohol, weight loss, whatever it might be. You've really got to want to have that drive to come through the other side.
And when you went in to see Chris, does he start the treatment straight away, or do you have a chat, or
Well, I mean, my session with Chris lasted 3 hours in total, and it started off very much a conversation, and in fact, most of it was just conversating. Me and Chris speaking about, my habit, the things that drive me to want to give up.
So he's looking for triggers.
Exactly, yeah. And everybody's relationship with smoking or whatever issue you might have is always going to be different from one person to another. So Chris was very good at kind of drawing out my patterns and how my relationship with smoking is, and how really what are my drivers to give up. And everybody's going to be different. So.
Is it to people who've never done it? Is it like what they see on TV, where the bloke goes or woman goes 10, 9, 8, 7, and you're asleep, or is it not like that?
No, it's nothing like that at all. Actually, because there's a lot of work that Chris puts in before we get to the point where he puts me under relaxation or hypnotherapy, if that's what you want to call it. And he's really getting to know. On television, you don't see the hypnotherapist really getting to know the individual beforehand and understanding their needs and what makes them tick.
And you're not asleep.
Well, I mean, once we got to the point of relaxation, which was roughly after about 2 hours and 15 minutes worth of our discussions, it was an interesting sensation, because I felt like I was asleep, but at the same time I was still conscious and aware of what was sort of going on around me.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. So you are conscious of your surroundings and where you are.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I never at any point did I feel at unease at all. It was. I felt so comfortable, and when we're in that sort of state of relaxation.
So you're not in a trance-like state or anything like that?
I'm sure people's sort of experiences may vary. For me, I just felt like I was sort of under, I was totally relaxed. My body was not requiring too much to keep me going. It was just more my mind was probably just a little bit slower and just taking in every single word that Chris was saying. But it's funny because subconsciously you're there listening to every single thing that he's saying, but from a conscious point, I can't remember absolutely everything that was said. Yeah. But in terms of how I feel afterwards, it was just really, really reinvigorated and re-energized.
Well, you're going to be doing one of these for the next 3 weeks?
Yeah, so I'm going to be obviously speaking to you on a weekly basis, just to let you know how my progress goes. I do have another follow-up session with Chris, so I'll be looking forward to speaking to you about that and let you know how it went, really.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone will be looking forward to find out.